OABC is a parallelogram. OA and CB are two equivalent parallel sides. OC and AB are two equivalent parallel sides. I'll write them here. OA is equal to CB and OA is parallel to CB. Also, OC is equal to AB and OC is parallel to AB. Okay, fine. Now, what I will do is I will extend the side OA, like this. And from B, I will draw a perpendicular. Okay, or I will call it D. This is point D. And from point B, we are drawing a perpendicular onto AD. OA is extended and a perpendicular is drawn onto it, which is BD. That means this is 90 degree right angle. Okay. And if this angle is theta, angle between P and Q, then this angle will also be theta. Angle between AD and AB will also be theta because they are the two same lines. Okay. Now, see, I will take triangle ABD. Triangle ABD. Triangle ABD. And I hope every one of you knows Pythagoras theorem. First thing. Then what are the trigonometric ratios? Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. These three things. From triangle ABD, if I write cos theta is the ratio of adjacent side
by hypotenuse.
in a right angled triangle to the hypotenuse. In right angle triangle ABD, AD is the adjacent side, AB is the hypotenuse, BD is the opposite side. AD is adjacent side, BD is opposite side because angle theta is here, opposite side, and AB is the hypotenuse. Okay, that means cos theta is AD by AB. That means AD is equal to AB cos theta. That means AD is equal to AB. What is AB? AB is nothing but OC. AB and OC are same, and OC is nothing but vector Q. So in place of
Q.
AB, we can write Q. AD is equal to Q cos theta. This is one equation. Call it 1. Okay. Next, from the same triangle ABD, I will write sin theta. Sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse.
Sir,
Opposite
what
side
is AD is
is
equals
BD.
to Q cos theta?
What is?
AD is equals to Q cos theta.
It is a equation which we have got. We are trying to derive the value, is the equation for resultant of the two vectors. In that
Okay.
process, we have got a relation AD is equal to Q cos theta. We have started with only three things: vector P, vector Q, and angle between them, which is theta. These are the given parameters. P, Q, and theta. These are the three given parameters. Using these three, you should find what will be the value of R. That is what we are doing now. Opposite side is BD. Hypotenuse is AB. That means BD is equal to AB sin theta. That means BD is equal to AB. AB is equal to, again, OC, and OC is vector Q. So BD is equal to Q sin theta. This is 2, let us say. Okay. After finding out AD and BD, we have drawn them, and the values of those which we have determined here in terms of Q and theta, Q cos theta, Q sin theta. Okay, fine. Now come to triangle OBD. OBD is also a right angle triangle. Right angle is at vertex D. OBD is a right angle triangle. So if it is a right angle triangle, it must obey Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem says side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. So side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. I will try to copy this. It is the same figure.
Sir, can scroll a little up.
You first try to understand the derivation, understand what is happening, what is the process that we are following here. Then from the notes you can get the details. You can copy it. Understanding is more important. Just observe, go on noting what we are doing step by step. In the first step, we have drawn a parallelogram, extended one side, drawn a perpendicular. Then we found out the extended side and the perpendicular. Now we are in the second step, in which I am taking triangle OBD, which is a right angle triangle. In that triangle, I will apply Pythagoras theorem. According to Pythagoras theorem, we can write R square is equal to R, okay, instead of R square, OB square. OB is the hypotenuse here. OB square is equal to OD square plus BD square. Okay. OB square is equal to OD. OD can be written as OA plus AD whole square plus BD as it is square. Next, OB square is equal to OA plus AD whole square. This is like A plus B whole square.
OA square plus AD square plus 2ONAD.
A square plus B square plus 2AB. In place of A, we have OA. In place of B, we have AD. So A square is OA square plus B square is AD square plus 2 OA into AD plus BD square as it is. Okay. Next, OB square is equal to, now I will replace these things. with the what you call names that we have allotted. OB is our vector R, which is the resultant. OB is the resultant which we want to find. R, diagonal of the parallelogram, is equal to OA. OA is vector P plus AD. AD we have got here Q cos theta, equation 1. Q cos theta, in place of AD I will put Q cos theta whole square plus 2 into OA. OA is again vector P. AD is again Q cos theta. Q cos theta plus BD square. BD is from equation 2 Q sin theta. BD is Q sin theta, which is Q sin theta squared. Okay. Now, just further simplifying this, R square is equal to P square plus Q square cos square theta plus 2PQ cos theta plus Q square sin square theta. Okay. I can see that Q square is common here. So I will take that common.
Factor.
R square is equal to P square plus Q square into sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2PQ cos theta. Okay.
So
If
sine
you
square
take this term,
1.
sin square theta plus cos square theta, if you have studied trigonometry in mathematics, or you will be going to study that in coming
Done.
classes, if it is done, good. We have a trigonometric identity which says that wherever you get sin square theta plus cos square theta, it will be equal to 1. So this becomes R square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is the, okay, R square. From this, R is root of this thing. Two PQ cos theta. This is the resultant. This is the magnitude of
Sir,
resultant.
I didn't understand, sir. No, sir.
This is the magnitude of the resultant vector. What are your, it is not over yet. Some more part of it is there. Ritvik,
Sir, I didn't understand why first OB square is equals to OD square plus BD square, sir. After
what is
that,
what topic is going on for you in mathematics? First of all,
trigonometry.
trigonometry. What is trigonometry? What is trigonometry? What do you study in trigonometry?
Trigonometry
Right
ratios,
angle
sir.
triangle.
Oh, you study the properties of right angle triangles in trigonometry, right?
Yes.
In a right angle triangle, do you know anything called Pythagoras theorem?
Yes, sir.
What does it say?
Side square plus side square is equals to hypotenuse.
Is it the same thing which I have written here or not? OB square is equal to OD square plus BD square.
Yes, sir. But in the next step, I didn't understand, sir.
What have changed? What is changed? See, this is step 1. This is step 2. What difference do you see between step 1 and step 2?
OD became OA and
AD.
OD became OA plus AD, sir.
How can it become? Is it logically, rationally possible. Can we write OD as OA plus AD? Go to the figure. Go to the figure. What is OD? This side is OD from here to here.
Yes, sir.
Can we write it as OA plus AD or not?
Yes, sir.
That's all. That's how we got OD equal to OA
Sir,
plus AD.
why did they take like that, sir? We can do it directly.
Why do you take is, see, the scientists who derived this, we have derivations. For every formula that you get, whether in chemistry or mathematics or physics, formulas are not, they just don't fall down from the sky, right? We take a particular situation, take some given inputs, means given input parameters or input quantities, and using those quantities, we try to express some other quantity. Okay. And how you get that resultant quantity from the given quantities, there will be, we apply some mathematical procedure to it, mathematical or logical or some laws of physics. You apply these procedures and you reach to that resultant. So here, using the vectors P and Q, I want to reach R. I want to reach R. So this derivation, we don't know who has done it. It's not recorded. Let us say the person who did this, not only one scientist, some 10, 12 different scientists might have tried to derive the expression for this. One, we have P, Q, theta with us, and we want to find out the value of R. I'm telling you this because you are asking why should we write OD as OA plus AD? Because
Yes,
of that,
sir.
I'm telling you this. So for using PQ theta, you want to find out the value of R. Then it is just like going from point 1 to point 2. There can be different ways, different paths to go from point A to point 1 to point 2. One path can be like this, other path can be like this. One path can be like this, which will not take you to point 2. Other path can be like this, which will not take you to point 2. So the your destination is to reach the point 2. So you should follow some particular path which takes you to there. And if you do this thing, then you will get result, the value of R in terms of P, Q, and theta. That's why we do this.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt. Not doubt, sir, but sir, could you scroll down, sir? Sir, I went the last step, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, here 2 PQ cos theta means adjacent by hypotenuse.
Yes.
So AD by Q vector.
Mm.
So here QQ we can cancel, na sir.
Again, you will get AD. What do you write for AD? AD is not given in the question.
Oh, if it's given, we have to use like that, sir.
It will not be given. We want to find resultant of two vectors using parallelogram law. AD is one adjustment which we have done during the process of derivation to reach the desired result.
Sir, then for cos theta, we also have to find AD, na sir, in any problem. How can we find that, sir?
Theta will be given directly, no?
Theta will be given, sir.
You will be asked 10 Newton vector, 10 Newton force and 20 Newton force are acting at 45 degree to each other. What is the resultant? You don't
Oh,
need the AD at all.
okay, sir.
Anyone else? Any questions in this part of derivation?
Sir, I did not understand Q, sir. Why Q came?
Why Q came? From where? In which step?
Sir, that
This is step number 3.
AD
This
is,
is step number
AD is,
4. This is step
AD is
number 5.
equal to Q cos theta.
AD is equal to Q cos theta. From equation 1.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Is trigonometry done for you or going on?
No, sir.
In mathematics, trigonometry, what chapter is going on for you in trigonometry? In
Sir,
mathematics?
trigonometry till now, so much has been done, and compound angles we are learning, sir. All the
Then
identities have.
in the very first class, you might have been taught the three fundamental trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, tan. Do you know them or not?
Sine cos tan, sir. Sine theta, cos theta, tan theta.
Sir?
Do you know sine theta, cos theta, tan theta ratios or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Who was asking? Shashank, right?
Yes, sir.
Shashank. Do you know what are sine, cos, tan ratios?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what is sine theta? If you have a rectangle triangle
Yes, sir.
in which one angle is given to you, how do you write the ratio of sine theta? Sine
Sir,
theta.
sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse, sir.
Cos theta.
Cos theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse.
Adjacent side.
Yes, sir.
Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tan theta. Opposite side by adjacent side. Do you remember
sir.
these things? Without sine,
Yes,
cos, tan,
sir.
you don't understand trigonometry. If you don't know what are sine,
Yes.
cos, tan, your entire trigonometry is based only on these three things.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
Here, which right angle triangle are we taking?
OBD.
ABD.
OBD is no.
You want to understand why we wrote AD is equal to Q cos theta, no?
Yes, sir.
Then what have I written here? From triangle ABD.
Okay,
Is
sir.
ABD a right angle triangle? Are we assuming
Yes,
it,
sir.
or is it a right angle triangle?
Is it, sir? It
It is
is.
a right angle triangle because BD is perpendicular to AD. In the
Yes,
right
sir.
angle triangle, where is theta? Here. How do you write cos theta as?
Cos theta adjacent by hypotenuse.
What is adjacent side?
Base, sir. OAD.
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse is AB.
That's what I have written here, right?
Yes, sir.
From this, do you understand how I got this AD is equal to AB cos theta?
Yes, sir.
Is AB the vector Q which we started with?
A. How, sir? Q is that side, no, sir.
What is this shape?
Triangle.
No. OABC, what is it?
Parallelogram.
What is the basic property of a parallelogram?
Opposite sides are
Opposite
equal.
sides are equal.
Will AB be equal to OC?
AB is equal to OC. Yes, sir.
What is OC?
OC is OC.
Vector Q.
OC is Q, sir.
Then AB is also Q.
Yes, sir.
Then can I write Q in place of AB?
Sir?
Here,
Yes,
in
sir.
place of this AB, can I write Q?
Yes, sir.
That's what I have done here.
Sir, you assume that it is Q.
No, I did not assume that it is Q. We
It
start.
is not that, sir.
Uh,
We should write only Q there, sir. It's a formula. We should not write any other. If we take other vector,
that's what I was. Who was the earlier student? Shashank. Shashank was also having the same kind of conceptual doubt. The point here is, I can relate this with some practical situation. You start from your home and you want to go to your school. First of all, you should go straight, turn left, then turn, then go, then turn. You'll reach the school. If I ask you why should you go in this direction, why not in this direction, what is your answer?
Wrong
This path does not take you to your school. This path will take you to your school. That's why you should go in that way. In the same way, when this derivation was done, we don't know by whom and when, different scientists would have tried this in different ways. One would have tried to go to school like this, another would have tried to go to school like this, another one like this, another one like this, another one like this. The one who has succeeded would have taken the right path. So to arrive at the desired result from the given quantities p, q, and theta, we perform certain operations, mathematical, logical, and physical formulas we apply. Which formula, which combination of things that you do so that you can reach R is a derivation. That is what a derivation. Derivations are not invented, right? They are tried in different ways. Okay. If I don't write AD as Q there, AD will be still AD, which we don't know. So we should replace all the unknown quantities that come during our derivation with the known given quantities. You are given only three things, P, Q, and theta. So whatever we are assuming AD, BD here, it is our assumption. It is our addition to the given situation. AD and BD are not mentioned in the question. So you are assuming that this is AD, you are assuming that this is BD. And if you are assuming something, by the end of the derivation, you should eliminate it with the known quantities. You should replace your assumptions, or you should relate your assumptions with the given quantities, P, Q, and theta. I have assumed that AD is this, and I have replaced that AD with known quantities, Q and theta. Right? Your answer cannot
Yes.
have your assumptions. Final result cannot have your assumptions. Different students can assume different things, but answer result should be the same for all. So whatever you assume during the process of derivation, it should be replaced with known quantities. Next, anyone else? To understand a given derivation, you should not directly go into the details, into the steps. Try to understand overall what is happening, what is the flow of derivation, in where did we start, where do we want to go, what is the flow, how are we approaching to the result. This is what you should understand. Later, you can go into the details. Why is this? Where did this into go? Where did this plus sign go? Or where did this square go? How did this square root come? These are all secondary things, which is just basic mathematics. And I hope everyone, you are in 8, 9, 10, you have studied enough of basic mathematics: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square roots, sine, cos, tan, trigonometric ratios. This is basic mathematics that you need to understand. Physics. See, mathematics is a language of physics. If you are not comfortable with basic mathematics, you will feel physics difficult. This is the case with 70-80% of the people. Okay. So have clarity on mathematics. Physics will become 50% easy to you. If you understand the language, you can understand the subject. If I give you a book which is written in Chinese or Japanese, even if it is a simple sentence like "Twinkle, twinkle, little star," you cannot read it because you don't know the language. Okay. But in English, if I give you a very large or very complicated paragraph or essay, you can easily read it because you know the language. That's the point here also. If you have clarity on language of physics, which is mathematics, physics will become 50% easier. 50% of physics is done there. The remaining 50% is physical relations, this quantities, that quantity, relation between these things, and different laws of physics that we use. That's all. So what is
Sir,
R here?
sir, can you discuss the fourth and ninth question in yesterday's exam?
No, if you have any doubts regarding this, you tell that. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
This derivation is not yet done. That's why I'm not coming to your question. This is not yet done. We have some more things to extract from this. What does R give you? What does R give you? R gives you the resultant. Resultant of what? vectors P and Q. How are vectors P and Q? Represented by two sides of a parallelogram and making angle theta with each other. Then, if you add them, we don't use the term add in vector algebra. Add or subtract. A common term for these two operations is resultant. So the resultant of vectors P and Q, which are making angle theta with each other, is R, which is root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Resultant. And let me remind you, if you add two vectors, vector plus vector, you will get a vector. And this vector will have magnitude and direction because it is a vector. Its basic nature is it will have both magnitude and direction. This vector can have its own magnitude and its own direction, like vector P here. This vector can have its own magnitude, its own direction, like vector Q here. And the resultant of these two vectors P and Q, which is vector R in this case, will have its own magnitude and its own direction. How much is the magnitude of vector R? This much. Root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. But what is the direction of vector R? We have to still derive it. 3-4 more steps are there. After that, you will come to know the direction, how to find out the direction of the resultant. Then we should understand what does this law actually means, what is its physical significance, in which situations can we use this, or do we know this already, or this is the very first time, this is for the very first time that we are listening to this parallelogram law of vectors, its concept. We have these things left out, which we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. And which question was it telling? Question number? Someone was asking for some questions. Question number?
Sir, they were telling 8 and 9, sir. I remember.
8 and 9.
4 to 9.
4
sir.
and 9.
4 and 9, sir.
4 and 9. Question number 4 is this. Arrange the following in decreasing order of their magnitude. A vector is represented by arrows. Length of the arrow represents magnitude. Tip of the arrow represents direction of the vector. So decreasing order of their magnitude means decreasing order of their length. D has the maximum magnitude. D has maximum magnitude. Then comes C. Then comes, if you just compare A and B clearly, you can understand B comes next, A comes last. Four and 9.
Sir, your
Screen is
screen.
black, sir.
Sir, it's clear.
Yes, sir. Now okay.
So this is question number 9. Choose the correct statement. What are these three things? AB, BC, AC are three vectors. AB is in this direction, BC is in this direction, AC is in this direction. So you should apply a triangle law of vector addition here. Triangle law of vector addition says if you represent two vectors by two sides of a triangle taken in order, their resultant is given by the closing side of the triangle taken in reverse order. So AB and BC are in one order. AC is in the reverse order. That means AB plus BC will give you AC. AB plus BC will give you AC. AB plus CB is not AC.
Sir, in chat, Inian is asking question number 6, sir.
Question number 6 we have already discussed. That's what I was telling you in the very first thing.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, right. So your next class will start. We'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow.